And continuing this week's diplomatic marathon, Armenia's Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan also visited Astana at the invitation of President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. The official visit brought delegations from both countries together for talks focused on strengthening mutually beneficial cooperation, including securing resource supplies and exploring new transport routes, which analysts say could significantly reshape regional trade. So, what came out of these talks? Here what we know.
The Armenia's Prime Minister's first official visit to Astana wrapped up with an ambitious set of agreements, from security cooperation to digital transformation. Yet the real story goes beyond what was put on paper. His reception in the Kazakh capital offered a revealing glimpse into the tone, symbolism and diplomatic messaging framing this visit. President Tokayev hailed the visit as a landmark moment, highlighting Armenia as one of Kazakhstan's most strategic partners in the South Caucasus. Beyond trade and politics, his remarks signaled a shared commitment to strengthening ties in a region of growing economic and geopolitical significance.
Armenia,
This year has seen several significant events that have brought our countries closer together. For the first time, Kazakhstan's Culture Days were held in Armenia, and in Yerevan, a park was inaugurated in honor of the great Kazakh poet and educator Abay Kunanbayulu. We regard these gestures as a special expression of sincere respect for the people of Kazakhstan.
We assume Kazakhstan as an excellent example for our country. We have great respect for the Kazakh people, and this respect forms the foundation for the further development of our bilateral relations. I think that given the changes in the region, new opportunities are opening up for economic cooperation and the strengthening of transport links.
Last year, trade between Kazakhstan and Armenia reached $82 million, modest by global standards, yet it marks a six-fold increase over just 5 years. Kazakhstan supplies Armenia with transformers, ferroalloys and metals, while importing fruits, vegetables, tobacco and spirits. Yet officials suggest that these flows are poised for a sharp expansion in the future.
Мы предложили товаров Армении с Казахстана.
We have offered Armenia goods from Kazakhstan worth $348 million, which we are ready to supply. Just yesterday, during dinner, we agreed that a group of Armenian businessmen will visit Kazakhstan. I will meet them and we will discuss the establishment of joint ventures. It would be beneficial for us if, for example, Armenia could supply fruits and vegetables to our western regions, given the proximity for logistics.
For years, ties between Kazakhstan and Armenia moved mostly by inertia, confined to multilateral platforms like the CSTO, EAU and CIS. But the string of high-level visits from 2023 to this year has breathed new life into the political dialogue. This time around in Astana, the two countries signed an extensive package of agreements spanning security, diplomacy, trade, industry, digitalization, agriculture, healthcare and education. Cooperation also expanded into culture, cinema, nuclear energy and the creation of a joint business council, laying the groundwork for a strategic long-term partnership.
Совместное заявление между Республикой Казахстан и Республикой Армения.
Kazakhstan and Armenia share a wide range of strategic interests, making today's negotiations especially significant. In the wake of Armenia-Azerbaijan peace agreement signed in Washington, new transport and economic opportunities are emerging, offering fresh momentum for Astana-Yerevan cooperation. Speaking to Kazakh media, President Tokayev highlighted Kazakhstan's support for Armenia's Crossroads of Peace initiative and interest in the international route of peace and prosperity, noting that linking these corridors with the Trans-Caspian and North-South routes could strengthen regional logistics and serve both nations' strategic goals.
In November this year, the first shipment of Kazakh wheat, totaling 1,000 tons, was delivered to Armenia via Azerbaijani territory. This initiative carries significant political and economic importance. Kazakhstan is ready to supply high-quality grain and other goods to Armenia on a regular basis. We have agreed to make every effort to further develop this direction. One of the priority tasks is the establishment of direct air links between the two countries and the organization of air cargo transportation. Concrete plans are already in place and both sides will begin implementing them in the near future.
Speaking to Silkway TV channel's reporter with President Project, Armenia's Minister of Foreign Affairs Ararat Mirzoyan said this week's visit and the signing of multiple agreements have propelled Kazakhstan-Armenia relations to a new level. He also pointed to the principles agreed at the Washington meeting, noting that these agreements lay the groundwork for reopening transport routes between Armenia and Azerbaijan, infrastructure whose significance, he said, cannot be overstated.
In this context, the Trump route for international peace and prosperity, the path initiated by President Trump, will be developed through cooperation between the United States and Armenia. This route could allow Armenia to connect with countries beyond the region, such as Kazakhstan, and enable Azerbaijan to link with their Nakhchivan region, as well as facilitate communication between other third countries. The significance of this infrastructure today is hard to overstate.
The Armenian Minister of Education, Science, Culture and Sport, Zhanna Andreasan, in an exclusive commentary to our channel, also highlighted opportunities for technological cooperation, including high-tech innovation and AI, noting the recent memorandum on the opening of the Tuma Center in Astana as an example of shared progress in the scientific and tech spheres.
We are learning from each other in this direction. Artificial intelligence, which is now a key topic for all of us, is seeing exciting developments in Armenia. This sector is rapidly growing, and I think that in the scientific and technological fields, our researchers and tech companies can collaborate actively to achieve meaningful results.
The official visit concluded on a high note with a gesture of diplomatic warmth. President Tokayev awarded Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan the Altyn Kharan Order. Praising Pashinyan's leadership, President Tokayev highlighted his role in bringing new momentum to Armenia's development. Experts say this visit is set to deepen integration between the two nations, reinforcing cooperation within the evolving framework of Eurasian connectivity. Balzhan Samigulina, New Time.